Hey guys, happy Sunday. I am literally just gonna wait for one person, but while I'm doing that, so if you're watching the review, you'll kind of get an overview of what this is. Every Sunday I sit down and I plan out my week. Now there's a few different facets to this because I do run a business from home. I do homeschool my daughter. So we have, business plans, homeschool plans, and then we have the normal everyday cleaning, weekly cleaning, monthly cleaning, meal planning, grocery shopping, errands, that kind of stuff also. So I posted a picture of my planner and I'll just show it to you. At the end though, I will take my phone off the stand and actually show you my lesson plans for the week. I use the big, the big teacher planner from Happy Planner. I will be doing a video that just shows like the entire planner. However, I don't have everything in that I've ordered. Hey, Christy. Hey, Julie. Guys, when you hop on, let me know where you're watching from. I always like to see in the comments. And then this is part of the May giveaway. So if you want to share this, just click share down at the bottom and then make sure you comment that you shared. We are giving away several different Amazon gift cards. So, particularly though, I wanted to talk about what we do every single day as a homeschool family, because the question I get from everybody is, what does your day actually look like? So I am going to walk you through from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed, but mainly we're going to focus on the actual school part. I'm going to show you what curriculum that we're using and actually walk you through what we've been doing there. So first thing I do is Sunday night, I sit down, and again, I will take my phone off and actually show you this a little bit better. Anderson, California. Actually, I might just be able to show you like this. So I think this will work fine. So no, I'll take it off. Okay, so I'll take it off at the end. So this is my lesson plans, which as soon as I walk you through this, stay on till the end, guys. I will just take my phone off the holder and actually show you what I'm doing. So the first thing I do is I sit down, I get all of her homeschool stuff out, and I sit down and do my lesson plans for the week. I also do a weekly to-do list. So that's just something that I add to, but every day when I sit down to actually make out my to-do list for that day, I have like a master list to go by. And then I do, I have like a running shopping list. So when things come up that I need to buy, I write them down so I don't forget them when we actually do our shopping. So if you have questions as we're going through this, feel free to ask. I homeschool one kid right now. So if you homeschool more than one, your day's going to look a little different than mine. And we just finished our first week of kindergarten. She is 4. She'll be 5 in August. She just loves learning. So we are doing year round. So we will probably be a third of the way through kindergarten by the time she turns 5. But she loves it. So if she likes it, why not do it, right? So I'm just going to start out with my day. And then we'll get straight all the way into, the curriculum and what we do. But I had asked so many times today when I posted a picture of my planner earlier, I really want to plan. I don't know how to do it. How do you do it? So I'm going to tell you it's a lot of trial and error. Every family is going to look a little bit different. The awesome thing is planning is a skill. Every single person can learn how to plan if they want to. Sticking to the plan is a discipline. And it's a discipline that every single planner will tell you they work on daily to be able to stick to their plan. And none of us are perfect. There are so many days when I get done, with my allotted time and I have not gotten everything done. So it's just something that absolutely you can learn it and you can learn the discipline, but it's not something that's just going to happen overnight. So first thing I do, I try to be in bed on the days that I get up, usually around 4 to 5 a.m. Because my daughter gets up at 6 to 7. So I do try to get up a couple hours before her. So that means I try to be in bed asleep by 10 o'clock at night if I'm getting up at 5. That's 7 hours. That is plenty of sleep. You actually don't even need that much. The Miracle Morning, you can go study that book. He did all the science behind it. We don't need as much sleep as we tell ourselves that we need. However, if you want 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. So it is what it is. So if I get up at 5, we'll just say that's my go-to time. And I'm just gonna look at my calendar because this morning I got up at 3 because we are in church a lot on Sunday. So I try to get up earlier to get some more things done. Hence, lovely dark circles under my eyes right now because this was just one of those days that, I don't know, do you guys ever have days where you just feel like you look even more tired than normal? Today was one of those days. So if I get up at 5, I jump straight in the shower because if I don't do that, it's a lot easier for me to be up for a couple hours and be like, I'm gonna go take a nap. And then my nap is like 5 hours, and what's the point of getting up early if you're gonna take a 5-hour nap? So first thing I do is get in the shower, and then I get ready for the day. I'm talking about normal, like I'm at home all day days, or even errands, but like not when I'm actually like full makeup and hair and that kind of stuff. So when I say shower / get ready for the day, it takes a total of about 30 minutes. Usually my hair is up or in a braid or something. My hair is, down to like the middle of my back a little bit further. So I don't wash it, dry it, that kind of stuff every day. I don't usually wear makeup except a couple days a week. So that's just my personal preference, but I do get ready. And then I sit down and I do what's called a miracle morning. I'm not going to go into that right now, but it's an hour of meditation and prayer and affirmations, and just, it gets my mind right. Okay, so this puts us at about 6:30, sometimes closer to 7. Sometimes a miracle morning does take about 90 minutes instead of 60. So I do budget 90 minutes in my schedule. So 7 o'clock, usually that's when the munchkin is waking up. If she goes to bed normal time the night before. So 7 o'clock rolls around, and that is when I am making a quick breakfast for her. I usually do intermittent fasting, so I do not eat breakfast at that time. I do eat breakfast, but not then. And more often than not, she doesn't want breakfast that early in the morning. So what we'll do is from 7 to 8 o'clock, that is usually mine and her devotion time. And when I say devotion time, I use that term very loosely for her. Like, I do not sit and read her the Bible for an hour. There's actually 3 parts to this, which I love, she loves. We just kind of like cuddle. Now, first thing I do before we start devotion time, so actually right at 7 o'clock, she does get a bath. I do her bath in the morning versus at night for the same reason I do mine. It wakes you up and it gets you ready for the day. Same thing, I only wash her hair twice a week. So this is like usually a 15-minute bath. She plays for a little bit. She's ready to get out. So, and then I get actual clothes on her instead of pajamas. And you'll see me posting every once in a while. We do have pajama day, and we're a homeschool family. Like, if you want to have pajama day, go have pajama day. If you have pajama day at your house ever, drop me a 1 down in the comments. I'd love to see that I'm not the only lazy mom that doesn't get their kid dressed every single day. Not really. If you want to have pajama day, like, I don't think you're lazy. It's just, that's your right as a stay-at-home mom, I feel like. Now, again, I don't do this every day, but if there are days I just want to be in my pajamas all day. So that puts us at about 7:15, I guess, because we do the bath first. So 7:15 to 8 o'clock is usually our devotion time. We start out with affirmations every single day. So I've already done my miracle morning at this point. I've already done my own affirmations. I've already done my own Bible reading, prayer time, meditation. So I get her in the habit of doing the same thing, but on a very kid level. We use an affirmation box. If you go to my page, there's actually a tutorial that I posted Monday, so 6 days ago, on how to make this, if you want to know how to make it. And all that's inside are affirmation coins. So I give her a coin. I tell her she can't read yet, so I say, I am brave. She repeats it. She puts it in the coin bank. We do like 5, 6, 7 coins. And then usually she likes to take the coins out, play with them a little bit. Like, I don't rush this time. It doesn't have to be completely productive. This is her time to be able to like bond with mom, and we talk, and sometimes she tells me what she wants to be when she grows up. It changes every single day, but usually contains being a ballerina. Like, that's part of it, usually. And then, here lately, she's told me she wants to be a teacher. She wants to teach kids math. She really likes math. I wanted to be a teacher since I was 5, no joke. And I know most people do not like keep with their I want to be whatever dream, but I did. And I absolutely love it. Teaching was my dream job. I went to college for it. Then I started in a network marketing company And if you know anything about network marketing, if you do it the right way, you're literally teaching people. That's all you're doing. And then because of that, I was able to start homeschooling my daughter. We didn't have the money to do it before. That brought the money into our home. And now I'm a paid stay-at-home mom that homeschools. So like literally, if I could have picked any career in the entire world, this would be it. It's just an amazing life that we get to live. So we do the affirmations. After that, we do our actual devotion book, which we just finished Awanas. If you don't know what Awanas is, you can Google it. It's like a church program that goes on through the school year. They don't have it during the summer. So we just started this little book for summer. It's called The Beginner's Bible, All About Jesus. It's a sticker book. It's a color book. It's not a certain denomination. It literally is just like little tidbits of Bible stories. This is when Jesus calls the fishers of men. You count the fish. There's stickers that you put on it. We got this at Hobby Lobby. So we're going through that book. We're like 3/4 of the way through it. And then a friend of mine, this is the book that we're starting in, I think we have about a week left of the other one. We actually might start this a little earlier. Because this one is kind of a fill-in. Oh, it sounds like my husband's coming in. This is kind of a fill-in. So like you don't have to do it in order. You don't have to finish all of it. But hold on. Yes, you guys are welcome to ask questions. I don't mind answering at all. Yes, this is part of the May giveaway. So if you want to share this video, share it on your page and just make sure you comment that you shared so you get into the Amazon gift card drawing. I love to give back to the homeschool community, and I know that homeschool materials are not cheap, and I love getting all mine on Amazon. So we're giving out some gift cards. This is called A Dream Come True. I don't want to say it's a parable. That might be the wrong word. That's what I call it. It's a story. A story that comes to life about, I think it's 1 Corinthians or Colossians. I don't know. I'm awful at remembering like where things are in the Bible. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But anyways, it's about the story in the Bible about like the ear, or when Jesus talks about, you know, the whole body and how the ear is just as important as the foot. Foot's as important as the brain, you know, all the different parts of the body and how we all make up the body, referencing the church. But this brings it to life in kind of an actual body. So it has like pictures of ears and fingers, and it's just a story. But there's a PDF that you can get with it. It's very awesomely illustrated. That's one thing I love about it. There's a PDF that you can get with it that actually has all of the worksheets that go along with it. So this is probably going to be a 2-week Bible study for us because, again, my daughter's 4. We do like a page at a time, and then we do one of the coloring sheets or activity sheets that go with it. So when it comes to her schedule, usually start around 7 o'clock. She gets a bath. 7:15, we start our devotions, and that's when we do affirmations, our little actual devotional. And then the rest of that time, usually we have like 20, maybe 25 minutes. I just read to her. It doesn't have to be a Bible book. This is like our cuddle time on the couch. We're starting our day. Some days, instead of reading, she wants a game played or she wants like a puzzle. So we just do something that kind of warms her brain up to actually get her ready to do school. As I mentioned, she's only 4. I'm going to show you guys what I have her do every day. Nobody freak out and tell me like how much work this is. I very much let her lead when we started doing school, and she's a lot like I was when I was a kid. My mom tells me stories all the time of how I just wanted to sit down and do school all the time. And so my daughter's very much like that, which I love because easily we can get through the curriculum that we need to get through. And then I get to plan like lots of fun days in between that's still school, and she still thinks it's school, but it's like I'll show you. We're doing one this Friday, so I'll show you what it is. Okay, so 8 o'clock we sit down and we actually start school. My husband works overnights, so he usually gets home around 8:45, 9 o'clock. She gets excited when he gets home. I fully let her like go crazy, and it doesn't matter what we're doing. She gets to stop and go have some time with dad. It's like 15 to 30 minutes usually. When she gets to have her dad time, that's usually when I'm taking like a small mental break and maybe straightening up the house, or I just might sit and scroll Facebook, to be honest with you. Well, that's a lie. I sit and work on Facebook, but I just may sit on Facebook and get a little bit of work done. I try to be very flexible. Our schedule is very set, but I also try to be flexible. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll get into that a little bit in a minute. So first thing we do is phonics. You want to start with whatever class is the hardest for your child. Your child's going to be way more alert the first several hours of the day than they are once they've done all of the school. So the way our homeschool day is set up is we do phonics and math, which are the two hardest subjects, and they're the two longest subjects. And then I don't want to say afternoon because our school day is a 4-hour block. Again, this is a perfect day I'm telling you about. If I wake up late, we just push lots of things back. So don't think that like, oh, I woke up late, I just have to cut all this stuff out. No, I just push it back. From 8 to noon is our school day. So we do 4 hours of school every single day. However, that includes breakfast. That includes, we take, whenever she needs a break, meaning she's starting to get silly, or maybe she's getting a little bit of an attitude, like she doesn't really want to do school, we take a break. There's nothing saying that I have to get through this curriculum every single day. Now, normally we take a break. She wants to come back. Like, actually, I say normally, it's always. But you may have a 4-year-old and you may be thinking, like, my kid can't sit still for 5 minutes. Every single kid is different. I've said this before. I don't believe in unschooling. I don't believe in just, oh, you don't want to learn. Okay, we're just going to learn. We went to the zoo today. We're going to count that as a school day. Now, if you do that in the middle of school, that's totally fine. But if that's like all of your school days are just random days that you're marking down as school because they learned at life, I guess, I'm not a fan of that. If you do it, more power to you. All I'm going to say about that. I'm a fan of like actually homeschooling your kid and like you being the teacher and sitting down and like teaching them. Now, having said that, if your kid learns more hands-on, and like, some kids don't learn very well through workbooks, there's lots of different curriculum that kind of pushes towards this learning style. So first thing we do is phonics. We sit down and the very first thing she does is her copy work. We do 5 words a day. And what we do is we usually get through one lesson. Okay, her phonics lessons are usually like 7 to 10 words that are made up like of all these sounds. So usually what we do is we get through one lesson every 2 weeks. We do Hooked on Phonics. The books that we ordered, you use them all the way up through the end of 2nd grade. So it's a little complicated. Like, I'm not really giving myself a timetable of when I need to get done with them because reading is something I feel like if you rush it, they don't really get the foundation. And I've seen this with lots of kids when I taught in public school and Christian school both. When you kind of rush them through it and they don't have that foundation, then they're, diagramming sentences and learning clauses and that kind of stuff, but they don't even know how to read or comprehend all the words yet. It just causes a lot of heartache for the kid. So we don't rush it. So first thing we do is we sit down. I write the word at the top and then she copies it 5 times. What she does when she copies it is she writes it and then she goes back and says A-T at. So that way she's saying the letters and the word. And we just do that with 5 different words. This usually takes her 10 to 15 minutes. Same thing. Sometimes she'll get silly and she doesn't really want to do this. And I'll tell her. And she doesn't want to do it because she wants to do her science experiment, which is at the end of the day. So she'll try to not do some of the stuff because she only wants to do the fun stuff. And this is where I feel like you need to step in as a parent. And so I tell her, you don't have to do this right now. If you're not feeling like you're concentrating, we cannot do this right now. But she doesn't get the option to just skip ahead to the fun stuff. We just put school on pause. She can play, she can read, she can go be a normal kid. Then when she's ready to do school again, feel free to come back and sit down and we'll start school. So it's not something I sit and force her to do. But it's also not something that she just gets to pick and choose what she wants to do and what she doesn't want to do. Now, having said that, we didn't used to do copy work. She just did the app and she wasn't retaining any of it. The app was just a game to her. She legitimately, I was trying to get her to even sound out words, and she just doesn't focus on a screen. So she does good with paper. You're going to have kids that are the opposite. They are not going to focus at all on paper, but the app and the different like online stuff that's available to us as homeschool parents, like that's what they're going to thrive on. So I do believe kids have different learning styles. So first thing we do is our copy work. Once she does her copy work, we go through our flashcards, which have the exact same words that we just copied. So all she's doing is she sits and she, you know, reads the words on the card. What this does is it gives her that sense of accomplishment of, look, Mom, I just read a whole bunch of words. I kid you not, like she thinks it's the coolest thing ever. So once we do our flashcards, we do our workbook, and this is a review. All it is the letters and the sounds. So this takes her all of 30 seconds to say A says ah, trace it 3 times, and she gets a star. So it's just a nice little review. There were a few letters that she, like, I don't know why, but she does not know her S's. Every time she sees an S, she says C. I don't know why, but that's just one that we're working on. So when we started preschool, she was not ready to learn phonics. She was barely, like, she hadn't ever done any school. She just turned 4. And again, this was something like I sat down and let her lead, but me as the teacher, like, again, I don't really know how to explain that, but it was very evident she was not ready to learn the sounds. So we just learned the letter names. And then we learned how to write them because that's something she enjoyed. So when we started kindergarten this year, and you'll see me posting in a few days about her first day of kindergarten, we started the curriculum. We've not had like the big celebration of the first day yet because I didn't have, like I wanted like a little plaque and stuff. So I ordered it. It's just not gotten here. I very much believe if you're homeschooling to have like big days like they do in school just to make things special for them. It's fun, right? So I personally, hey Leanne, hey Kim, hey Elizabeth. Guys, when you're hopping on, please drop me down where you're watching from. So anyways, I like to have big days for her, just doing different things. So we started the curriculum. We haven't actually like, oh, look, you're in kindergarten. She's still, in her mind, is in preschool. So we're just not going to tell her otherwise. So we do the workbook. Then we do our alphabet cards. And what I've done with these, I don't know if you can see, there are index cards in there also. I've divided the 26 cards, and there's actually 52 because there are lowercase and uppercase, into 3 different sections. We just do 1 section a day, and all we do is review. Basically, we do a game. I hold the card up. If she says it, she gets to keep it. If she can't say it, I say it, I get to keep it. And I've just mixed in, there are a few that I know she has trouble with. Q and P, the lower ones, she gets mixed up. So those are like in a set together. So we just review which one's Q, which one's P. If you guys have any ways that are like easy to have your kid remember the difference between P and Q, like which one has the sticks on which side, please drop them down, because that is something. The same thing if you have a trick to have your kid remember that S says S but isn't C. I don't know like why she automatically says C. So any tricks for any like tough letters, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm always open to suggestions. That takes just a couple of minutes. Our whole phonics lesson usually takes 30 to 45 minutes, and that's including playing on the app. And that's including like her reading a book to me on the app. So I don't have like a long drawn out anything. I'll show you the app that we use. It's the Hooked on Phonics app. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. The heck. 1 second. So it is this right here, Hooked on Phonics. And we go through that. She loves it. There's like a song, there's reading, there's all kinds of stuff. So once phonics is over, she's usually ready for a break because she's been sitting down for like an hour, including our like devotional time, or an hour and a half actually. So other than, you know, dad came home, got to see dad, that kind of stuff. So she gets to go play outside. She does whatever she wants. During that time, that is when I go through and quickly do a quick clean on my house. I don't like deep clean every morning, but I make the beds. If the floors need vacuumed, I vacuum them real quick. If they need sweeped, I sweep them real quick. I straighten up, do a load of laundry, or start a load of laundry, empty the dishwasher, load the dishwasher, wipe the counters. Usually it's like a 30 to 45 minute break. I just clean my house real quick. Then we sit back down and we do math. Math, she is working through this primer. It's called Timber Doodle. It comes with a big box of manipulatives. It has a bunch of blocks. Right now, all we're doing is reviewing. So literally, she's doing stuff like count the shaded and then write the number beside. Super, super simple. When she's done with that, she gets a star. She just loves stickers, so we just do stickers. I have like literally plain stars. So she gets to put a star on the last page that she does. And then I give her 6 edition flashcards. Hold on, Glory. And what she gets to do with these is she takes the math manipulatives, so the blocks. So for example, for this one, she would get a block that only has 1 and then a block that has 8. And then she would say 1 plus 8 equals, and she would count her blocks and say 9. So she does 6 edition flashcards. We just recently started edition. She really likes it with single digits. We have not started double digits yet. Once we're done with math, we do our daily binder. She's outside of my door. She's like, ooh, daily binder, Mom. She really loves this. This is her preschool one. We're starting a new one for kindergarten, but I'll just show you what this is. So it just says preschool daily binder. This is from Confessions of a Homeschool Mom. If you go to her blog, you can find it. So every day she writes in what the day of the week is, what the number is, and then what's tomorrow, what's yesterday. Then we skip over here. She traces whatever number of the month it is. And then the last thing we do on here is she has her calendar, so she traces whatever number it is for that day. And then there is a spot where every single month she writes her name. And that is just to kind of keep progress of how she's doing with her name. Now I need to get back to my thing because this is where it gets tricky. This is where... No, honey, go sit down. This is not glory time. My husband's out there. I don't know why she doesn't want to be with him. She's a funny one, that's why. So at this point, we've done our major subjects, which is math and phonics, and our daily binder. So then we get into what I call the fun subjects. These are ones that, like history and science, but when you're a kindergartner, it's like gluing and cutting and like learning just fun stuff, in my opinion. So writing and doodling. These are ones that we do every other day. So every other day we'll do handwriting. Every other day we will do doodling. Handwriting, super explanatory. She just does 1 page and she writes whatever letter she's supposed to write. The doodling book, I think, is really cool. For example, this says, draw more cherries than berries. And then she writes the word berries, and then she will draw some cherries, draw some berries, make sure that there's more cherries than berries. Super cute, super fun. She writes it, she colors it. Once we're done with that block, so either writing or doodling, whatever our block is for the day, we move on to science. This is our science book. She does 2 pages a day out of this right now, because all we're doing right now, we're learning all about atoms, and how atoms are the different names of the atoms, which she doesn't memorize these. We just say them together. We color them. It's just an introduction to science. That's all it is. And then she gets to color and we say, okay, if you can touch it, it's made out of an atom. Can you touch a starfish? Yes. Can you touch a turtle? Yes. Can you touch a car? Yes. Can you touch ice cream people? So literally all we're doing is, talking a little bit and coloring. The next block is our geography/history. So same thing, we do these 2 books. We alternate. This is a history of me. This book is basically to do with timelines and like when things were created. This book is right now we're going over maps and like the difference between a map and a picture. So Lots of colored pictures. We went over how a map is from above, where a picture is from the side. She doesn't really understand that yet, but that's part of learning. You just keep doing it. This is fun. We did a timeline the other day. She got to create her own timeline. So she wrote that she woke up. I don't know what that is. I think she cleaned her room. I don't remember. She told me what they were. I do not remember what they were, but she wrote in a timeline. And then we alternate again. So our next lesson is either going to be a look inside, which is a look inside your body. So this is basically an anatomy book for kids. We just kind of read through this and talk through this. It's not really a workbook or anything. Or a science experiment. So we do every other day. This came with the Timberdoodle curriculum. It's a giant box of science experiments, has everything in it that you need to do. She loves it. Like, I've not ever seen her so excited about something, so we do science experiments. And then the last lesson we do every day is Spanish. And the reason that is she asked me to learn Spanish. So like we do it pretty much every day, but if we have a day where she's having a really rough day and something has to get cut out, that's one of the first things we cut out, because that is not like an important subject. And I'm not saying that to offend anybody. Like, I know learning 2 languages is awesome, but I would rather her know how to read than know another language. If she can't read English, it's going to be hard to know another language. So this is the science book that we use. We just do 1 page. Right now we're just on colors. So like this one, she had to color all the pictures that were rojo and then color on this side. And then again, we have little flashcards. So I just show her a picture, say, hey, you know, and we do little flashcards. So simple, guys, like beyond simple. And then this week we are doing a special, absolutely. This week we're doing a special day. So Friday, we subscribe to something called Kid Night Inbox. So this one is all about money management. And I will do a more in-depth video on this probably, or I'll do pictures, I'm not sure. But this is a great way. I'm introducing her to money. She's never, we've never counted pennies or anything like that. So Friday, everything is centered around money. Well, not everything, but her math lesson will be centered around money. And then we have like a book to read, and we're going to make homemade ice cream. She has to buy all the ingredients with her little fake money. We're going to start a little chart where she's going to save up for a toy that she wants and like start doing chores and putting money back. And then we're going to paint a piggy bank. So super excited about this week. As you can tell, again, love teaching. I'm not going to finish out the rest of my schedule only because, just message me if you want more information on the Kid Night Inbox and I will send it to you. I have another Zoom I need to get on with my team and I totally forgot about it. So they're probably waiting for me, but I'm going to show you my planner real quick. Try not to break this. That's an awesome view of my nose. Okay, so this is the planner that I'm using. I literally just write Monday through Friday. And then at the top, I have the schedules, or the subjects, sorry. So geography, Spanish, science. And then, so Monday, devotions, this is what we're doing. Tuesday, devotions, this is what we're doing, all the way down. And then same with phonics, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Math, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way down. Either writing or geography, so writing or doodling. W is writing or doodle, and then the daily binder, all the way down. Science, what pages we're doing every day. Geography, what pages, or history. So we alternate, we go down. If we're doing look inside or an experiment, and then what page we're doing for Spanish, and we're doing the flashcards. So, guys, I hope that helped. To everybody that's sharing, thank you so much, and have an awesome day.